another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, and I'm glad that you could join me. Welcome. So, some of you guys have never seen this. You might, you could go back to the videos and watch some of the videos of this, but this is Ducky, the 1983 Honda ATC 200E, but I think it's labeled as not 1984. Long story behind that. But it is getting close to summertime, and we need to get Ducky looking as good as he can look. So how about we do a little makeover on it? The plastics are all cracked. There's some repairs. The front fender needs to get painted. The tank has got bare metal spots. That should get painted. The seat looks nice. So let me get this thing washed up, and then, yeah, let's see if we can't give Ducky a makeover. This is going to be fun. All right, we got Ducky into the lean barn thing, the work area. We need to take off the front fender, the gas tank, and the seat. Probably should scuff up that front fender and the gas tank. Definitely, we need to. There's stuff that I'm going to have to sand that thing down. The nice thing is the front fender comes off really easy. If I could meet the guy who built that, I would shake his hand. So anyways, yeah, let's get those off, seat off, and sand them down. And while we let the paint dry, we'll move on to the plastics on the back fenders. All right, on to the plastics. So I didn't do this. If you're watching the videos, I got it this way. And it holds, and yeah, maybe if they use red zip ties, I don't know, maybe I'm picky or weird. Okay, so yeah, that's busted. Busted there. And all back here is busted and stitched. That's busted. It's just, yeah. So I went and bought dun, da, 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 plastic repair kit. So yeah, Amazon, cheap, whatever. So I'm going to get Ducky turned around so we have better work access. And I really want to start out back here where it's, you know, really bad. This seems to be holding. It's kind of ugly, but yeah. So let's give this a try and see if we can't fix up all these plastics and make it look like brand new, because rear fenders for this thing are like $200-300, and well, I'm cheap. So let me get Ducky turned around. All right. So you can see this huge crack, right? The principle of that thing is pretty awesome. So this heats up and it sticks in there. So it's easy, right? We just hold that up like 5 seconds, melt it in just till it covers, and then let go. Just kind of, you know, line it up, the end. And then there's little tangs. Let's see if I can get you in there. You can kind of see the little tangs. So these little tangs, you just nip off. I mean, simple, easy. So all we're going to do is kind of hold it where it wants to be, where it wants to go back together. And then, yeah, we just do it. So it's really fun, actually. Let's see, do another one. I don't know, I enjoy it. It's satisfying. Look at that. Hell, doesn't even... So, now what I get to do is go through and do this about 500 million times on all the cracks. And then, well, then I'll show you the next step. Let me get that much done. Did I mention how satisfying that is? I mean, seriously, that is so much nicer than zip ties. And it was like, this entire kit costs like the same amount as, well, yeah, okay, a bunch of zip ties. But anyways, that's satisfying. All right, so where they have the zip ties in, I did everything else. It's flush here, here it starts to get a lip, and then it goes really bad here. So what I'm gonna do is throw one here, and then, well, we'll just do it. Satisfying. And then we can just go through and cut the zip ties out. Push them out, right? And then we'll just work our way across. And then I'll hold it and slowly do it all the way across. So let's get to that. All right. All done. So you can see it came with like straight ones. And it came with these zigzags. Obviously, I like the zigzag ones. I don't know, it looks cool. Worms, whatever. So now what we need to do is cut off all these tangs. Unless, you know, you like the porcupine look and maybe, you know, you're a real man. Let's leave them on. I don't care. But I don't want that. So I'm going to nip all of these things off. And then I'll show you how we smoothen it out. Ooh, So nip those things all off. If there weren't holes in there, I mean, it would be, you'd barely probably even know. It's a little bit Frankenstein-y with the stitches and stuff. So everything is all welded and nipped, and that wasn't working it for me. So yeah, I just busted that out. We just nipped them all off with the Dremel tool. So now what I need to do is get the smoothening head. And it even came with red plastic sticks to maybe try and fill in these holes. So let me get the smooth head out and get that all out, and I'll show you how we're going to try and make this, well, make the holes disappear, I guess is the best way to put it. All right, so here's the smoothing head, and it's pretty simple. You just kind of get it warmed up, and you just smoothen out all your little curves and jigglies. I mean, it's pretty hard to see on camera. And then it came with this stuff, right? So to do a hole, you just heat it up, and I'm just cutting off a corner of it, getting it melted and kind of pushing it into the hole. And then smoothing it over. Just that easy. So it'll be smooth instead of, you know, the rigid and bumps, but at least I think it'll look a lot better. So let me do all of this that way, and I think I'm gonna see if I can hit it with some sandpaper. If that doesn't make it look a little nicer, I don't know. We'll do a test spot where it doesn't matter, and then we'll put this thing all back together. All right, all done. Smoothed off all the way around. Is it perfect? No. Is it good enough for who it's for? Yes. And I think it looks way better. The hardest thing was actually filling in where they had drilled the holes for the zip ties, but I think it turned out pretty good. Not bad. I mean, like, definitely a 40-foot beauty. The only issue I ran into was that thing kept overheating, and then it turned off and not turn back on for a while. I mean, you'll have it on these, you know, big jobs. So I just busted out my soldering iron, and that worked fine. It actually worked good. I mean, you know, the soldering iron doesn't have the little staple deals and all that stuff, but for smoothing it over, the soldering iron definitely worked. So now, all that's left to do is to put the tank, the fender, and the seat back on and do the big reveal. This is going to be great. Well, there we have it. I mean, I think it turned out nice. I think Ducky looks really nice. Like, don't worry, I'm still gonna ride it. But that's a lot better of a three-wheeler. I mean, you're not embarrassed to ride that thing. It wasn't before, but I really like the strength of the repairs. I think that will actually hold up a lot better than the zip ties. If I crashed it, would it hold up? I don't know. See, I'm one of those riders that tries not to crash. So, yeah, we'll find out on that one. So, till next time, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Be blessed. Peace. And don't forget, peace. Get ready for your Craigslist ad. One owner, never ridden, never used. Older lady owned it. Garage kept, never driven outside, only driven to church on Sundays. I know what I have. No lowballers. No damage at all. Yep, that's the Craigslist photo right there.